All right. Hello, I'm Jim.
And I don't know who I am, because while I was gone last week, Jim cheated on me and brought in some other guy and did an episode. And so I don't even know why I'm here today.
It was the beer episode, and I wasn't cheating on you, I promise.
You did. You cheated on me.
He didn't even smoke a cigar.
Which is even worse. You cheated on me with a guy that doesn't smoke.
He does smoke. He just never lit it up. So
the ludicrousness of having a smoke show podcast and one guy doesn't smoke a cigar, that is like toxic masculinity right there. Anyway, welcome to the Smoke Debrief. I'm a Hollywood Herd, and that's Jim Cheatin' Young. You can see him on the show Cheaters, which is on any of your streaming channels, Monday through Friday night at 7:30. First thing I want to say,
Cheaters.
I am exhausted.
I bet. You've
I
been
am
all over
a
the place.
director, producer, cinematographer, and I've been shooting podcasts every day all week long for about 9 hours for a new podcast that's coming out about alcohol and the military. And Monday I shot 2, Tuesday I shot 2, Wednesday I shot 2, Thursday I shot 2, yesterday I shot 5, and this morning at 0600 I shot one more with Vincent Vargas, and still drug my ass all the way out here to Burlington.
That's right.
So I could do this podcast with you.
You know you love it.
Well, we have a very special cigar today. We have the Hooten Young Midnight Hammer in honor of the B-2 bomber attacks against the Iran nuclear facility. It is a San Andreas wrapper with Nicaraguan binder and filler. It's a shaggy foot, which is always fun to smoke. Not that it enhances the cigar or adds anything to it. It just looks cool when you light it up and it catches on fire like a giant Roman candle. You got the, yeah, there it is.
Cutter's over there. You got it?
Yep. So you can get these in a 4-pack at hootenyoung.com.
While they last.
While they last. They only made like 2,000 of them. And Hooten, what did I say his first name was? Do you remember?
Johnny Cochran? I don't know.
Dude, you were just... Hooten is the guy from Black Hawk Down, the Delta Force guy. That Master Sergeant Norm Hooten from Delta Force. You can see him portrayed by Eric Bana.
Oh,
in
it's Banya.
Black Hawk Down. So he and this guy named Tim Young were sitting around one night.
Jim Young?
Tim Young being a civilian, no relation to Jim Young. And they said, let's make a cigar. So they made cigars that commemorate military operations like something Serpent. Dang it, I can't remember.
Hey.
And this is for Midnight Hammer for the B-2 bomber attack on
Light that bad boy up.
Iran.
It's really good.
You wouldn't know a good cigar, Jim, if it jumped up and burned a hole in your shirt.
You're being really hostile today. So we couldn't get the cigars, the Hooten Young cigars, without having some Hooten Young bourbon, and I just got to say it better be good, because the 15-year was $116 for the bottle. The Jack Carr edition, the 16-year, was $169. So kudos to that marketing team, because they hooked me again. I couldn't go in the liquor store after asking them if they had Hooten Young and not walk out with a bottle or two.
What liquor store did you get this from?
The only liquor store in North Carolina you can get it from, the ABC store.
What do you mean?
North Carolina, we have ABC stores that are controlled by the state, and they tell us what liquor we can and can't have.
That is the only place you can buy liquor in North Carolina?
Yes, sir.
You can't buy it at a grocery store?
No, you can buy beer and wine. Although I do hit up Nestor's Liquor in Los Angeles whenever I need a bottle I can't find here. That's where that 17-year-old Fitzgerald came from.
Oh, and they can ship it legally?
Well, I'm not supposed to, but nobody stopped it.
Jim is such a rule breaker.
I am a rule breaker. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. I was like, I mean, what are they going to do?
Arrest you for felony possession of illegally transported alcohol?
But if they would have to, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. So what do you think?
I don't think anything yet.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
I like it.
So I showed up today, and Jim is in the warehouse taking the the Jeep Gladiator that Cox Dodge Jeep gave to us for the American Legion Riders Legacy Ride, and prepping it for our camera car. Tell us about that, Jim.
Well, we picked the Jeep up yesterday, and I'm not a Jeep guy, but that is a damn nice vehicle.
Really?
The interior, the ride, you know, I only drove it from the dealership to the warehouse, but it rides.
It didn't ride like a stagecoach?
No, did not ride like a stagecoach. And I felt kind of bad because I didn't stop and get those gay green halo rings to go around the headlights of it.
Or
that's the Jeep thing.
Some ducks for the dash.
Yeah, we could put some ducks on the dash.
You're not putting any ducks on the dash. I don't understand what that's about. Do you know what that's about?
Oh, no, not really.
Because I went and filmed
I know somebody ducked my Humvee, and I have the duck in it.
I went and filmed the 4th of July parade at Faith, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Interesting parade. It was like we're having a parade, and if you own a Jeep or a pickup truck and a flatbed trailer, you can be in our parade. And there was like 60 Jeeps, and every Jeep had like 30 duck.
Yeah.
Inflatable rubber duckies on the dash.
Yeah. They're not inflatable. They're like rubber duckies.
Oh, okay.
Like Bert and Ernie rubber ducky. So we got, we had all of our parts in to put the bed rack on so we could do a poor man's camera
rig.
Was it?
Camera rig.
Yes. Camera, steady cam, whatever. And we got it up. Tom came down, helped with that. And so far, everything's going good because we're trying to put everything on because we're going to have to take it right back off and not mess up anything when we return the vehicle. But so far, everything's gone great. It's just going smooth, and we're getting the VESA mounts on the bar so we can mount the GoPros everywhere on it and get all the chargers and everything going to each of the cameras so we don't have to worry about batteries.
Jim has come up with this amazing plan to come out of the cigarette lighter, or is there an AC plug?
I think there's an AC inverter in it.
Into this 4-pronged USB-C.
Four outlet
USB-C device. We'll plug the power cables into that and just run them right to the cameras.
Yeah, it should be enough. Well, it's an Anchor unit I got off Amazon, but they make nice chargers, and the wattage, everything should be good to where it'll keep those GoPros going. Shouldn't have any problem.
And we bought 1 terabyte GoPro cards, right?
Yeah, each one's going to have a terabyte. And we're going to got Anchor graphics coming down. They're going to be putting stickers on it. Not wrapping the entire vehicle, but it's going to be kind of wrapped, but it's just huge stickers they're going to overlay, and we'll have it. And the stickers, they're only good for like 30 days. After 30 days, they'll start fading and stuff. So, but it makes them easier to come off. So
That's awesome.
So I had, because you're only going to have it for a couple weeks for the ride. So
that's great.
It'll be easy to return it back the way it was.
Definitely. Are they going to do that here?
Yeah, he's going to come back.
Definitely have to time lapse that.
Yeah, my buddy Matthew's going to come and put that in, and he's the one that embroidered our hats and made our patches at the coffee shop.
Really?
So yeah, he made those patches, and and he did my Aston Martin hat. Wah wah wah,
wah wah wah. Nice.
All right. So I had mentioned to you about maybe we pick some subjects to talk about instead of just kind of winging it every episode.
And you wanted to talk about toxic masculinity.
Wanted to talk about masculinity and brotherhood, camaraderie between men. And you know, the reason I picked that subject is because, you know, when you and I went to see F1 with my nephew, you know, it's just guys going to a movie.
Yeah.
Well, then when I came back home, one of our regulars at the coffee shop wanted to go, and I said, I'll go with you. So we were going to go, and we asked one of the other regulars if he wanted to go as well, because he said he wanted to see it. And he, you know, said, oh, no, I'm not going to the theater with just guys.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like,
he was serious?
Like, yeah. And I was like, man, what the hell? But anyway, like this morning I said something to him, same, you know, he's in there 2 or 3 times a day. And I said something to him. I said, how is it different going to the theater with Randy and I, and you go golfing with a bunch of guys? And he said, that's a sport. I said, no, it's not. Golf is not a sport. It's a waste of a good gun range. So I don't see how playing golf.
So you're telling me that this dude was really serious about thinking it was wrong for dudes to go see a movie together?
Yeah.
Did he say why?
Well, yeah, of course. It's gay.
What?
It's gay. Well, now, hold on there, mister. I know somebody said he wouldn't ask another man for an autograph.
That's not what I said.
Yes, it was. You said you would not ask another man
I wouldn't ask
for an
another man for an autograph
man.
For another man.
I just don't understand that.
Okay, I'm going to explain it to you. First off, why would I worship some other dude?
It's not worship.
It is.
No, it's not. It's memories. It's memorabilia.
That's right. So if you were there, and I told you to come on down.
I know it.
If you were there, the memory of meeting him and talking to him and getting his autograph would have been a great event for you.
And I'm sure it would have been a great event for him to meet me.
Asking a guy that I've just listened to do a podcast for an hour and a half, it's not going to happen.
Okay. But
influencers mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
You have more sway on my life than some freaking internet influencer, bro.
Well, evidently not, because you didn't get his autograph for me. But I understand. You did say it was gay.
I did not say that because I would know. I did not say it was gay.
You didn't say it, but you texted it. We need to do something about that ashtray. Can you hear the ringing?
No.
I'm going to have to put some sound dampening on it or something.
Would you let me kiss your wife?
It would be up to her.
Would you say, Hollywood, I'm working right now. Give my wife a kiss for me.
That's totally not asking.
Would you? You wouldn't say that. So why would you want me to get some dude's autograph?
Are you ready?
Jim,
are you ready?
I admit that I probably said that.
Dude, I love you with all my heart, but I ain't asking some other dude to sign an autograph for another dude. That's just too gay. Oh my Lord.
It's just too happy. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, bro. Jim, what business am I in now?
You're in the people business.
But what business have I been in for the past 25 years?
cinematography.
And that's the entertainment business, right?
Yeah.
How many autographs do you think I have?
Well, with that attitude, none.
I have no autographs.
You talk about how nice these people are. You don't even ask them for autographs. You don't have John Rhys Davies? Wait a minute. What? We got selfies, me and you and John Rhys Davies and Bill Smitrovich. How is that not gay?
Really? Because they're my friends.
Okay.
I take pictures with you. You're my friend. I go to the movies with you. You're my friend.
Okay. Okay, I get that. I just think it's funny because they... the way it was approached, that going to the theater with a couple other guys is gay, and it's not. Men,
no, that's ridiculous. And to think that shows that you don't have good relationships with men.
Yeah, it's just are you so
homophobic that you won't even go to the movie theater with another guy?
And even if it's not homophobia, are you so not confident in your own masculinity? I would go to in fact, I've gone to the theater when I think I might have been 12. It was when the Pink Panther Strikes Again came out.
Peter Sellers.
Yes. And I went to the theater with my mom's friend, Johnny. He was queer as a football bat.
Yeah.
And I loved him to death.
Yeah.
I did not care. And I went to the theater with him.
We don't care.
Yeah.
We don't care if you're gay or green or blue or Muslim we don't care. We're bros.
Yeah. It's just some people, it's just nuts. And it maybe it's, they're what they call it, white privilege guys.
I don't know what it is, but you can't trust that guy. You can't trust a guy that says, I'm not going to go to the theater with you because it's gay and because it's a bunch of dude. Dude, we're brothers. We're supposed to be looking out for each other.
Yeah. Now my wife is my best friend.
Yep.
But there's things that I would prefer not to talk to her about. Because one, can you hear it ringing?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's going woo.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like an ancient Chinese calming tone.
Dong.
Yeah.
But there's if I was having
this is starting to smoke good now.
Yeah, I'm digging it, dude. There's just certain things I would talk to a male doctor or a friend about before I would say something to Carrie because of whatever it is, whatever problem it is. If I had a wart on my ass or something, I'm not going to go to my wife and say, babe, I got a wart on my ass. Will you take a look at it?
Right.
No, because I just wouldn't do that. Now, she would look at it. I know she would, but I'm not going to ask her to do that. I'll go to a doctor, and when you're in the service, you're surrounded by guys.
Bro, check out this big boil on my cock.
Hey man, is this look infected?
No, but it's true.
Yes.
And you don't think twice about
it.
You don't think twice about it.
When I was growing up,
everyone is so afraid of being vulnerable.
Yeah.
Truthful. It's like, I got to keep everything in. And this is men's problems.
Yeah. Yeah, keep it all bottled up.
Keep it all inside.
You got to talk about things because
I don't blame you.
Even if it's, you have to have a friend, somebody you can talk to about things, because if you keep shit bottled up, it's just you're gonna end up exploding, and you're gonna hurt more than yourself. You're gonna hurt a lot of other people.
If I'm in a situation where I am so emotionally distraught that I might cry, I am not going to go to the woman in my life. I'm going to go to my best bro, and I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah,
because your woman doesn't want to see you breaking down.
I would.
I know, but you have a unique relationship.
Yeah, I mean, there's times when
I get it.
But just the other day we were talking about
when old Yeller died.
It was
and
after
the boy had to take old Yeller out.
It was right after we had to put my dog down, and I was sitting in bed, and I was, you know, I must have had a look, and Carrie's like, oh no, we were talking about hospice care for people, and I said, you know, I said, when your dog's suffering, you can go to the vet and you can tell the vet,
put them down.
I don't want them to suffer anymore. I think we ought to be able to do that for humans.
I agree.
I think it's the right thing to do.
I agree. And because, you know, if your life is shit, if your quality of life is shit, you know, and you know you're not going to get better, why should you have to stick around and suffer? And
you know, even hospice. Now, they took care of my mom here at our house under hospice, and Carrie's mom came down from Michigan when she had her cancer, and she was at our house under hospice care. And I remember when my mom, they put this box, they give you this box. It goes in the refrigerator, and it's got numbers on it. One box, and it's got little boxes in it, and they have numbers. And Mom she was just in bed, and her breathing, she had a rattle.
Right.
And you call the nurse, and the nurse says, okay, you need to go open up box 2 and put 3 drops of that in her mouth. It's like, okay. So I do that. It's nothing. It's not for my mom. It's so you don't have to hear it. So you're not going through. And I don't know, you know, my mom, she didn't want to be resuscitated. So we had it was this big red sticker they put on the door, DNR. And I remember coming home, and I saw that, and it was like, okay, she's not getting better. And my mom was, you know, my dad died when I was 12, and it was always just me and my mom. And she was a special lady. But that hospice is not, I mean, yes, they do make people who are in pain comfortable in their last
But they're only making them comfortable till they die.
Yes, and I think it's more for their family than it is for the actual person. And somebody might have an argument, you know, the opposite way, to say that it does benefit those people. And I know it does, because their whole purpose is to make them comfortable and they're not suffering. So,
but you can make the suffering end a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Hospice is for the family, so they can make peace. They can, you know, so everyone knows, hey, this is it. If you need to, you know, that's what I believe anyway.
Yeah, it was.
But you and I both, if something happened to us, and we would want to stick around, right?
No, I would rather go doing something I enjoy than rotting away in a bed somewhere. You know, it's just in pain. Although I would like if something happened to me and I was like wheelchair bound for a few months, I think I'd like that, because I will be such an asshole to people because I'm in a wheelchair.
And I'll push you around, Jim.
There you go. And
I'll push you around, and you can just cuss people out.
I'll say, and you just look
sorry,
at me.
He has Tourette's.
Yeah, he's dying.
Don't worry, he'll be gone in a couple of weeks.
Go to Walmart, get on the little lark. You know, we could drag race through the aisles. Then you could run into people. Get out of my way! I'm dying.
Yeah, I don't know why some men are afraid to be friends with men, vulnerable with men. You know, that's just that. When you told me that about that he wouldn't go to a movie, I didn't realize it was because he didn't want to go to a movie with dudes.
Yeah, I was like, really?
That's just ludicrous. But you and I, bro, have been in the military.
Yeah.
And that's a different thing. Because the military is about the people you're, in the military with. I mean, if you get right down to it.
Yeah. I mean, I've had, when I came home from Germany and I did heat and air work for a little while. So I didn't work on Saturday and Sunday, and like Friday nights, you could walk from the apartments that we lived in. You could walk a block down and be at Best Western, and they had a bar that was really popular. And I'd go in there, and I knew some of the people because they were from the apartments too. And we'd just sit in the bar and drink, have Jello shots, and then end up, Tanqueray and tonic and whatever else. And there was this one gay guy, Randy, and he would hit on me the whole time. He would be drunk, and he'd start hitting on me. And I got the biggest kick out of it. I just thought it was hilarious. And every time we'd be at the bar, he'd come over there, and he would get a little wasted, and he'd be like, "You don't have to do nothing. You can just lay there." And I'm like, "No, Randy, I'm not going home with you."
But it didn't make you mad.
No, it was just funny as hell. And then
here you got a guy that won't go to a movie with straight guys. What the fuck?
Yeah. And like
is that one of those guys I met that day?
No.
Okay.
No. Randy's the one that we went to the theater.
Is that one out yet?
No. I can't wait.
I'm watching it the second it comes out.
Yeah. That thing will be, it's going to be great.
This is a super interesting smoke.
Yeah, it is. I thought it, at first it smelled like the
south end of a northbound Rhino?
No, the Pappy Van Winkles that we had. But it's actually, I think it's a little more complex than what the Pappy Van Winkles. So these aren't Drew Estate?
No.
It's really good.
Hooten Young have a new distributor. I forget who it is. The Warfighter boys were shipping them out for a while. But then, Hooten Young got bought by another guy whose name was Young.
Oh.
So, but it's still the sergeant.
Doesn't he live in Pineville or Pinehurst? The guy, Hooten Young?
I'm pretty sure Hooten lives in North Carolina.
But I think it's around Pinehurst.
Hey Siri, where does Norm Hooten live?
I found this on the web.
It's pretty disturbing if she knows where these people live.
I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'm pretty sure you're right though. I'm pretty sure it's North Carolina. Because that's where all those Green Berets and Special Ops guys live.
Pinehurst
is down there near Fayetteville.
Yeah. I know Pat McNamara is down in Pinehurst. The Basic Dude stuff.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, he's great. He's so damn intense.
Have you met him?
I haven't met him. I've emailed back and forth because as soon as I was elected president of the Rifle Club, I was hitting him up because I wanted him to come and teach classes. And I said, dude, even if it's just to come and tell fish stories, I'd love to have you come up and do a class. And I don't know what happens. I think he had replied to me and it went to junk mail, and I didn't realize it till several months later.
You're like, this guy's a dick.
But I'm gonna have to hit him up again because he does the Basic Dude stuff every Wednesday. It's on Instagram and Twitter, and it's just hilarious.
The Basic Dude?
Yeah, Basic Dude stuff. And he tells a dad joke at the end of it.
What's his name?
Pat McNamara.
Is that his?
T-Mac.
T-Mac?
Yeah.
M-A-C?
Yes. He was a Green Beret in the 80s. He was in about the same time I was in. I'm sure he stayed longer, But he did a lot of stuff over in East Germany, like spying and
the
stuff.
counterintelligence.
He tells he was on I think he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. He was telling Joe about, you know, they would be going through East Germany in a Mercedes
before the wall came down.
Yeah, in a Mercedes van or something, and he said it had old school. There must have been like 30 cameras in the back, and he said they were all ran to one cable up front, and we'd get to a certain area and we'd hit the little button, and every one of the cameras would snap a picture of everything we were driving by. So that's pretty cool.
It's pretty dangerous.
And, yeah, sometimes he'll post his fake IDs where it said he was a Russian soldier and shit. But he's so damn cool, and he's really intense.
That's cool.
Super cool guy. I mean, I've never met him. I did subscribe to his. He has a
Patreon,
a fitness thing, Combat Core Fitness.
Really?
He put out a little ebook,
right?
And I did that stuff when I first lost all my weight, and that shit worked. I mean, it's just shit we did when we were in the service. But I love that stuff. It's cool. Might have to hit him up because I believe he smokes cigars.
Yeah, you can have him replace me again.
And I think he shut the fuck up. I think he is part owner of it's a coffee company in I think they're in Texas. The guy
Black Rifle?
No. Oh man, I can't remember. The guy does T-shirts and stuff. The guy who started the coffee company does T-shirts and stuff. And I think he was a Marine, but he was ended up being a contractor over in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Really?
I'm watching mine because his shirts are killer. I mean, they're great.
What do they say?
There's one that's like, Jesus loves me and my guns. You know, on the front.
The guy
of
from Grunt Style?
No, it's not Grunt Style.
They're in San Antonio.
Let's see. He does Pat McNamara does a podcast with this guy that was a heavy metal dude. He's called the Heavy Metal Motivator.
Yeah.
And they do a podcast, and it's pretty cool. Invader Coffee.
I never heard of it, buddy. Well, because I'm not a coffee guy.
There you are. It's air roasted.
Air roasted?
Based in Austin, Texas. Yeah.
Dude, how many veteran-owned coffee company do you think there are?
I don't know.
I mean, in the thousands?
Probably. I wonder where that guy is. It's like, because he used to get his shirts all the damn time.
This is a not faint cigar.
No. It's got some
strength.
It's got some gojo to it.
Definitely does.
I do like it. So, you know, do you think that there is a thing where like a small percentage of society is trying to erase men, like manhood, and redefine it to where
I think there was.
Yeah.
And I think that is being pushed aside.
Well, thank God for that.
I think that before we got a new president, that was definitely happening. I think every characteristic that a man had was called toxic.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you look at things, you know, you always hear the expression, we don't need men anymore. Well, then who's going to be the firefighters? And who's going to be the cops? You know, and who's going to be in the military? You know, it's not logical and it's not factual that, you know, men are no longer useful. Even though that was the narrative for a while.
Yeah,
and you know that there was a group, there was an app that came out called the T app for women only.
Uh-oh.
And the way that you could become a member of this app was you had to send a picture of your ID. Have you heard about this?
No.
So it was an app where, like, if you lived in North Carolina or if you lived in Raleigh, you could put in that you lived in Raleigh, and you would be put into this group with all these other women from Raleigh. And if you went out with a dude and you didn't like him, you could talk about him on this app to warn other women. This is not a joke. This is the truth.
What you do is you find one of the women and you pay her to put like a good report out. He's hung like a bear.
So
he went for hours. Oh my God, I'm still quaking.
The app got hacked.
Oh no.
And all of these IDs were hacked and accessible. You could go and you could look at all of these IDs.
Yeah.
And a huge amount of the women use their military IDs as their identifier. And so jackasses have started posting their IDs on the internet. Now, I know a guy that posted, I don't know him. He's undesirable, but he posted like 10 of these IDs and then his account got shut off because I don't believe you can legally post a military ID, you know. But they got hacked, and now it's a big, huge uproar. It's called the T app. So if you're out there watching, you might want to look up the T app and read about it because it's a very interesting situation.
That's funny.
You know, I don't understand people that say, you know, I would never post a picture on the internet of me scantily clad or yada, yada, yada. Well, if it's on your phone, it's accessible. You're fooling yourself if you think that your phone is secure because your phone is not secure.
Nothing's secure. There's always somebody that will figure out a way to get into it.
So I took all those photos of you off my phone the other day just for safety.
Thanks.
Especially the ones of us at the movies together.
I do think there's, you know, we were watching, Karen and I watched this show on Amazon Prime called Ballard.
It's a follow-up to
Bosch. Okay.
She's so bitter.
At the beginning of it, I'm like, okay.
She was very anti-man at the beginning because she had experienced shit from some supervisor.
Yeah, so
and they sided with him, not her.
Yeah, it's like they had boxes to check. So you've got a gay guy, you've got an Asian, you've got the white guy, the one white guy in there who's the heterosexual. They treated him like shit, like he was a dumbass. And then it went through, and I told Carrie, I said, damn, now all they need is a blind Asian in a wheelchair. And went to the one scene, and she was talking to this black girl, and then the black girl's in a wheelchair. And Carrie turned around and looked at me. Did you know that? No.
She's the coroner.
Yeah.
She's the coroner.
Well,
the show lightened up.
It did. And it wasn't a bad show.
No.
But it's like they're checking these boxes, you know. And who was the killer at the end? A white guy.
But you know, Jim, it's cyclical. You know,
well, you watch anything that Apple TV puts out, and they definitely have, they're catering to.
But they're catering
2% of the fucking population.
But they're catering to a group of people that are not represented. And
they're 2% of the population.
But I get it. But the 2% deserve something.
Okay,
and
I give you maybe
if the show
one show out of 5, and not 5 shows out of 5.
And if the show's not popular, it won't continue after a while. Look what happened to Snow White, bro. Look at that movie.
She deserved it.
They made no money on that.
Good.
The people spoke.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only way that things will change, is if they get hurt in the pocketbook.
Yeah. And I'm not homophobic.
I know you're not.
I'm not. I have no.
You're not anti-women.
About if somebody wants to be a certain way, if they're an adult, I don't care. As long as they're not hurting somebody, it's none of my business.
You're right. It's none of your business.
But don't ask me my opinion.
Yeah, because you have a right to
you'll
give your
get hurt.
opinion.
Your butt will be hurt. We need more people to share their own independent ideas.
The problem is, though, for a while you couldn't do that.
Yes. You know, if
the only guy that didn't give a fuck was David Chappelle. He said, Netflix, take your $50 million and keep it. And that's how you make it stop eventually, is you have to stand up.
But you know, a poor guy couldn't stand up. No. A poor guy would get beat down. It's got to be the rich guys.
Did you watch I may have said this before. Did you see the 50 Shades of Grey series?
No. Why would I watch that?
The guy was a billionaire.
Okay.
If he'd lived in a trailer park, the guy would have been in jail after the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know the gist of that.
Right.
I never watched it though.
Sure.
Have you seen Capricorn 1?
Yeah, of course. With OJ, no.
Yes,
OJ's in that. That's about the fake moon landing.
Yeah,
that's the fake moon landing.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Oh my Lord, going through that when they're in that desert, and you know, I mean, that very well could have happened. How would we know? I mean, okay, Buzz Aldrin smacked a guy for telling him that it was fake.
But back then we wouldn't have known.
Yeah,
back then we would not have known.
I am really digging this. I'm glad we got these.
You're going to have a hard time standing up when it's over.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good for you. It got much better as it went along. It wasn't much for me at the beginning. What are you going to do, Jim? Uh-oh, watch out.
We're going to try some Hooten Young. This is a aged 15 years barrel proof American whiskey. So we're going to try this, and then I'm also going to try Jack Carr's.
Do you know how to open that up, Jim?
Do I know how to open a bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look a little perplexed.
No, they usually put a little thing on here. Yep. I need fingernails. Get the rest of that.
Our boy Dan has been in Atlanta for the past 4 days.
Oh, really?
Doing Student Veterans of America.
What are they doing?
A regional summit where people come from all in the area and learn about how Student Veterans of America helps college students. Enough.
See, I'm a junior partier.
Do you think when you were in the military, do you think the military glorified alcohol?
I don't remember like being told, "Hey, you need to drink this," but I know that that beer was certainly made available. Alcohol was made available.
Made available, not just you could go get it, but made available.
Yeah.
Like when you came back from deployment, when you got back to your barracks, had the other guys in your unit, had they gotten beer and liquor for you?
No.
No?
No. I mean, we would always, we would go out because we were in Germany.
Oh, that's right.
So you would go to the pub or bars and stuff. But, I do remember, when Beirut was bombed and they were sending all the supplies over to help the troops that were still there.
Yeah.
And I distinctly remember like huge cargo loads of Budweiser being helicopters lowering it down. They made sure. Yeah, I do remember that. Now, and I'm pretty sure it was Budweiser. I just remember them doing that when all that shit was going on. And I don't know.
I don't know that the military promotes alcohol, but they sure didn't do anything to curtail it. Survey said.
No, it's pretty good.
Is it?
A little spicy, but it's good.
Really, a little spicy?
Just a little bit. My opinion of that is...
It is a little spicy.
Yeah, it's good, though.
It is. It's not too strong?
No.
Wow.
I think... And now this comes from... Okay, I've had friends who are alcoholics, I guess you're always an alcoholic, an addict. You're always an addict. And I count cigarettes. People who smoke cigarettes, they're addicted to those. But I think that some people can use something as a crutch, and they just they need to escape from something. And I never had the need where I felt like I needed to escape from reality. Now, sure, I'll take an Oxy or something like that and mellow out, and I'll drink a beer, I'll get drunk, but I'm not trying to escape anything. I'm enhancing it. So I'm not trying to look for a way out of where I'm at.
So you don't think, so you don't have an addictive personality?
I don't, because I think
if you can take Oxy,
but I think it's because I've seen other people and I've known what the repercussions are. Yes. So it's like I can take it or leave it. Like, and Oxy is like a huge,
no, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Flag.
Yeah.
But, the VA, because I have degenerative back issues.
Right.
And I'm always in pain.
You can have Oxy anytime you want it.
Yeah. Well, not me. No, the VA wouldn't give me shit. So
really,
yeah, they wanted to give me just aspirin. They wanted to give me every other pill, including pills to counteract the side effects of those pills. Then give me Oxy, and I'm only talking like 10 mil of one tablet. And the only time I would take it is if I was having trouble falling asleep because of my back, and I would take one and it would help me fall asleep. I found a local doctor here and I explained to him, and he said, Jim, there's nothing in your medical records that show that you would have had an issue with pain pills. I said, I know. It's like, and he said, I have no problem prescribing you pills. And he prescribed me maybe 30 tablets 2 years ago, and I still have them because I don't take them all the damn time. I do when I'm having problem falling asleep. When I had that surgery I just had, they were like, well, we can't give him fentanyl because he's allergic to it, and so I don't think we can give him Oxy. And I was like, oh no, you can give me Oxy because it works. And so they gave me Oxy. And I will admit, I wasn't in pain, but I wanted an oxy, and I had the bottle that they had given me. I wasn't taking from my regular supply. So it was like if I'm sitting at home and I take one, you know, I would get one, and then I would put a movie on that I liked, like a funny movie or something, and it just enhanced it. I wasn't hurting nobody. I wasn't out driving the car.
But you never felt the desire the next morning, oh, got to have an oxy.
Yeah, never.
Well, good for you,
but I understand it because I have been in a position when I had surgery, when I ruptured my bicep, and they gave me oxy for that. There was a point where I had taken some, and then I found myself taking another one the next morning, whether I needed it or not. So I totally understand that, because you just have, I was conscious of it though, and I realized it, okay, I need to lay off of it. And I would just stop. And I know if I kept on, quitting that stuff cold turkey is way worse. You know, if you're addicted to like oxy and you quit cold turkey, that's a bad thing. I had a cousin who was addicted to painkillers, and he passed away when he decided he was going to quit cold turkey, and within 2 days he was in the hospital and he died.
The guest house I lived in L.A. when I first moved to L.A., the nicest couple lived in the house in front of me. And one night I hear all these police cars. And so I walk down the driveway, and my landlord, was in the front yard with a pistol. He had mouth surgery, and they had given him oxy. And it took him over a year to get off of it. And when I had my knee surgery, they gave me hydrocodone. But, you know, and I, like the first 2 or 3 days maybe,
yeah,
I took it. But then they had also given me 500 milligrams of a set of something or other, you know, Tylenol. And I started taking that, you know.
Acetaminophen.
And it did the trick.
Yeah.
And I never had a desire to take that hydrocodone again.
The hydrocodone, it upset my stomach. The oxy didn't upset my stomach, but it made me hungry. And I knew if I didn't eat, it would make me sick. But I would always make sure I had something to snack on.
So in the military, when you were in, what do you think what do you think people in your unit got in trouble for the most?
Oh, public drunkenness. I had my roommate, Levine. Now, Levine was funny because this guy, you know, the rest of us were 18, 19 years old. Here's Levine. He's like 35. He was a shoe salesman from Chicago. And I think he was given a choice: go to jail or join the Army. And he had this gravelly voice, you know, pervert. I mean, he's passed now. I'm not speaking ill. He was just pervy. You know, he had this, hey, you know, and he would talk about like how he would be fitting women for their shoes, you know. You haven't lived till you've rubbed a woman's insole, and while you're putting her foot into this really nice high heel slipper. Oh, you haven't lived. You need to try that. Well, we got a 3-day pass one time after we'd been out in the field for like 2 weeks, and Levine didn't report when the pass was over. And the next thing we know, he's being brought back. The MPs are bringing him back. They found him passed out in the elevator of a whorehouse in Frankfurt with a hypodermic needle hanging out of his arm. He lived, and he actually stayed in. He stayed in the service. But he got knocked down. This poor bastard, 35 years old, and was an E1, got knocked down to E1.
Well,
and
I just think the military environment, they don't do anything to keep you from having an alcohol issue.
No.
And when you do have an alcohol issue, and alcohol is very readily available in the military,
yes.
It's very readily available. There's even a Class 6 store on base.
Yes.
That you can go to and buy liquor.
You could get, and it was cheap.
Yeah, super cheap.
A case of Michelob when I was in was $9.
So I just think that the military, even if you can't say they promote alcohol, they don't do anything. There's no teaching, you know what I mean? There's no alcohol classes, or there's no, hey guys, you know, if you're drinking too much alcohol, you know, and you got a problem, well, come see us and we'll help you out. If you do go and say I got an alcohol problem, then they're going to punish you for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you feel that was true?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because you were considered weak.
That's right. However,
it's like now when they try, they want to talk to somebody about PTSD or something. But I think a lot of it is you have a lot of people that join the Army or any service really, and they had absolutely no idea what they were getting into. No. They thought it was like a Gomer Pyle episode or something.
Yep.
And then when they realize,
holy shit,
fuck, I hate this and I'm stuck here
for 3 more years.
They go drinking. And there were guys as soon as we were dismissed,
drinking.
Their ass, they didn't even change clothes. Their ass went to the bar and just started drinking.
And you could go on base and drink like crazy if you wanted to.
Yeah. I drank a lot when I was in high school. We would have keg parties, and my mom let me get away with a lot of stuff. And I had a fake ID, and I would go get kegs of beer, and we would get kegs of Olympia because it was cheaper than anything else. Olympia's great beer, though.
Is it?
Yeah, and then after the party's over, we would still have, we would charge $1, $2 for people to come in, and I'll never forget, we had this little Mr. T stamp, and that's how we stamped everybody's hand when they paid. They had a Mr. T head on their hand.
I pity the fool that doesn't pay $1 for that beer.
So we had enough money that paid for the first keg, and we had enough to get another keg. So we ran out and got another keg and came back. Well, then we still had half that keg left over. So we went and got in the garbage and got these 2-liter bottles, empty bottles of Pepsi, and filled them up. We had that shit in the refrigerator for days after.
Wow, that's crazy talk.
Oh, man, I went out.
I just think the whole alcohol in the military is a strange cat.
I think that you're right in saying they don't do anything to discourage it. They might now. But when you're talking about a post that's out in the middle of a war zone or something like that, no. But God help you if you show up drunk on duty.
Right.
So it's...
And if a guy said, you're out with your squadron, your platoon, whatever, and the guy says, no, I don't drink, how much shit would that guy get?
Oh, you're going to be called a pussy and a fag.
I don't trust a guy that doesn't drink,
Yeah.
People said that.
Yeah.
So I just think, it's no wonder that so many military people have a drinking problem. Because everything that's going on with you that you want to hide, you hide it with alcohol.
Yeah.
Fear, insecurity.
And they're escaping. I mean, and there was like, I had teachers when I was in grade school that I had one teacher, we knew she had some Jack Daniels down her bottom drawer, and she was hitting that son of a bitch 2 or 3 times a day.
Really?
And and she smelled like it. My dad was an alcoholic. I know what Jack Daniels smells like. And, But back then, you know, he would get caught drunk driving and nothing would happen to him.
Nothing would happen to him,
Pay
right?
a fine and he'd go home. And what's funny was he was the safety director for Watkins Motor Lines, the tractor trailer company back in the day. It was his job to go out and investigate accidents that the drivers had gotten into. And he would be, I'm willing to bet there was a few times he's out there investigating. He was drunk
on
as
his
hell.
ass.
I know riding around with him, he had a, I don't know if it was a Ranchero or an El Camino, but it was that style of vehicle. And it had Watkins Motor Lines on the side of it. And he had a phone in there, like where he would talk to the operator. I need a, such and such, you know, and, I know he would stop. I went with him one time. He had to go out and,
After hours.
yeah, and he stopped at a Quickie Mart and get one of them big ass 32-ounce bottles of Budweiser, set it between his legs, and then we'd get back out on the road, and he would just tip that thing up and just drink it all in one whack.
What?
And I'm like, you know, I'm sitting in the seat and I'm seeing him. He's riding the line, and I just crawled down in the floorboard and just curled up in a ball and just laid on the floorboard, just waiting for something to happen. Nothing ever happened, but not when I was in the car. He never got in any accidents or anything.
That's crazy, buddy.
He had a lot of safe drivers awards though, because he was a truck driver for Associated Transport, which was big here, and I think Watkins bought them out or something.
This got so much better as it smoked. Would you agree with that?
Yes, this gets 10. It's a good smoke. I really like it.
Well, it got a 10 because of the name and the fact that there's a whiskey that goes with it.
It's a young, yeah, he's a young. I wonder if his family's from the mountains.
I don't know.
We might be related.
He's a billionaire.
The Youngs in North Carolina, we got a regular that comes in. He's a cop over in Elon, and he has this book that tells you the history of the Youngs in North Carolina, and he and I are related. It shows you all the descendants and everything, and he and I are related.
Really?
And we're also related to the guy that used to be the president of Elon University.
Really?
So, and it's like, it's so cool because I was like, where can I get a copy of that book? So if Hooten Young is from North Carolina, the possibility we might be related. So we need to hook up, cuz.
Lean in, Jim.
I'm leaning in, bro. So old Hooten and I might be relatives.
Not Hooten Young is another guy.
Hooten.
Yeah, it's Hooten Young. Young is a different
Oh,
guy.
Hooten is a different guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hooten is the guy from Black Hawk Down. Young is the money man.
Oh, okay. Well, if he's the money man, I might be related.
You might
I
be.
certainly hope so. Maybe I need to hit him up.
You're certainly a redneck.
We'll come out with the Young brand of American whiskey. And we'll have it. It'll be $219 a bottle. We'll hook up with Warfighter and get a good stogie.
Yep.
Have you seen the last Warfighter ad they ran where they had a body? The guy guessed what was in the redacted, so they took him out.
Oh, they killed? No, I didn't.
It was funny.
I'm not I am on social media, but I'm just not
I know.
an autograph seeker like you. Okay, this whiskey is mighty fine.
Yeah. I have to hit that Jack Carwin up. See what's going on.
Don't you have to be somewhere at 2 o'clock?
2:30. Yep.
Well, today we smoked the Midnight Hammer, in honor of the B-2 attack on the Iranian nuclear facility. Great smoke.
Very good. Totally enjoyed this one.
That's Jim Young.
That's Hollywood Herd.
And this has been
the Smoked Debrief.